Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Ever wondered why some men just naturally attract women, while others struggle to even start a conversation? It's not about looks, money, or status. It's all about confidence. And guess what? Confidence is a skill you can learn. Today, I'm revealing the 5 powerful confidence techniques that will instantly make you more attractive to women. These aren't just tips, they're game changers. So, if you're ready to level up your charisma, own every room you walk into, and become the kind of guy women can't resist, stick around. Let's dive in. The complexities of love and relationships, think about that for a second. Confidence beats raw, physical attraction, height, or even wealth. Why? Because confidence signals stability, security, and leadership. All traits that trigger deep psychological attraction. By the end of this video, you'll know 5 powerful confidence techniques that make you instantly more attractive to women. And if you stick around till the end, I've got a bonus technique that will take your confidence to another level. One that most men overlook. Own your space. If you want to command attention without saying a word, you need to learn how to own your space. Women are highly tuned into non-verbal cues, and the way you carry yourself speaks volumes before you even open your mouth. The reality is most men shrink themselves without realizing it. They hunch their shoulders, avoid eye contact, and fidget out of nervousness. But when you know how to physically take up space with confidence, people naturally gravitate toward you. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, your posture is everything. Research from Harvard Unity shows that adopting an open, expansive stance actually increases testosterone, the dominance hormone, while lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. This means standing tall literally makes you feel more confident, and that confidence radiates outward. So push your shoulders back, lift your chin slightly, and let your chest expand, like a man who belongs in any room he steps into. Walk with purpose. Have you ever seen a man shuffling through a crowd looking down at his feet? That's the body language of someone who doesn't believe he belongs. A confident man moves with intention, slowly, deliberately, as if he's completely in control of his time and energy, whether you're walking into a room across the street or toward a woman. Make your movements purposeful. Use open body language when you cross your arms, hunch over, or fidget. You're subconsciously making yourself smaller and less dominant. Instead, relax your shoulders, keep your chest open, and let your hands move naturally when you talk. These small changes make a massive difference in how people perceive you. Slow down. Confident men are never rushed or frantic. They don't feel the need to fill silences or move as if they're being chased. They take their time. Next time you're in a conversation, pause before you speak. Move slightly slower than you normally would. Watch how it makes people lean in and pay attention. Example, imagine 2 men enter a room. One slouches, walks quickly, and avoids eye contact, his hands stuffed in his pockets. The other walks in tall, takes measured steps, and meets people's gazes with relaxed ease. Who do you think people notice? First, confidence is something you carry, and when you own your space, it pulls people in effortlessly. 2, develop a don't chase mentality. Confidence is magnetic, and nothing repels attraction faster than chasing. Have you ever wondered why the men women obsess over are never the ones blowing up their phones or constantly seeking their approval? It's because these men don't chase, they attract when you shift your mindset from how can I make her like me to I'm focused on my life and she can come along. If she wants, your entire presence changes, and that shift is irresistible. Here's how to develop the don't chase mentality. Focus on your purpose. A man who is obsessed with his goals, passions, and ambitions automatically becomes more attractive. When your life is about more than just dating, women naturally want to be a part of your world maintain a balanced life you need. Hobbies, interests, and a social life that don't revolve around her. The moment a woman senses that she's the center of your world, she starts losing attraction. But when you have a life filled with purpose and excitement, she'll fight for a place in it. Give her space to miss you. Attraction builds through mystery and anticipation. If you're always texting, always available, always seeking validation, there's nothing for her to long for. Make sure there's a gap between interactions, so she has time to think about you miss you and wonder what you're up to. Value yourself. Confidence is about knowing you're the prize. Stop over-analyzing her responses. Stop seeking approval in her texts. If you've ever caught yourself checking your phone to see if she replied, you need to shift your mindset. A high-value man isn't waiting on her. He knows she's lucky to have his time and attention. Example, think about the men that women chase the hardest. They're not the ones who are always available and eager. They're the ones who are just slightly out of reach. Why? Because scarcity creates value the moment you stop overgiving and start living for yourself. You'll notice women leaning in more because now they see your time as something rare and worth having. Master control, old vulnerability. A lot of men think confidence means being emotionless, but that's not true. Real confidence is about knowing when and how to show your emotions in a way that builds attraction, not kills it. Think about the most magnetic men you've ever met. They're not closed off. They're not afraid to talk about their lives, their challenges, their passions, but they do it in a way that makes them even more attractive. Here's how to master controlled vulnerability. Share personal stories. Women don't connect with perfection. They connect with real experiences. If you've been through something that shaped you, share it in a way that shows growth and resilience. Instead of saying, I don't talk about my past, it's not important. Try something like, one of the hardest lessons I learned was failing my first business, but that failure taught me resilience. See the difference. One is closed off and boring, the other is engaging and attractive. Admit when you're wrong. Owning your mistakes shows self-awareness. And nothing is more confident than a man who isn't afraid to say, I messed up, and here's how I grew from it. It signals maturity, strength, and self-improvement, which are highly attractive traits. Express your passions. Have you ever noticed how people light up when they talk about something they love? That's because passion is infectious. When you talk about your ambitions, your hobbies, or the things that make you come alive, women feel that energy. They want to be part of that world. Be honest about your feelings, but don't overdo it. Being open about what you like, what you want, and how you feel is great, but over-explaining emotions, constantly seeking reassurance, or spilling out deep feelings too soon comes across as needy, not confident. The key is to reveal just enough to make her feel special without overloading her. Example. Think about a man who constantly says, I'm just really insecure, I need a lot of reassurance, versus a man who says, I've had moments of doubt. But I remind myself that confidence is built through action. Which one sounds more attractive? Controlled vulnerability is about sharing with strength, not with neediness. And that's what makes it so powerful. These 3 techniques alone will elevate your confidence to another level. But we're just getting started. Stick around, because the next 2 will completely shift the way you see yourself and how women respond to you for speak less. Say more confidence isn't about how much you talk, it's about how you talk. Have you ever met someone who never stops speaking? They ramble over, explain and fill every silence with words, often without saying anything meaningful. Now think about the most commanding and magnetic men you've seen. They don't feel the need to prove themselves through excessive talking. Instead, they say just enough, and when they do speak, people listen. So how do you master this pause before speaking? The next time you're about to answer a question or share your thoughts, pause for a second. That small moment of silence does 2 things. It shows you're thinking before you speak, and it builds anticipation. People instinctively lean in when someone takes their time to respond. Use powerful language if you want to sound confident. Eliminate weak words from your vocabulary instead of saying, "I think this could work." Say "this will work" instead of "maybe I'll try." Say "I'll do that." Uncertain language makes you sound unsure of yourself. Strong, direct language makes you sound like a man who knows what he wants. Ask more questions. People love talking about themselves when you're on a date or in a conversation. Be the guy who asks great questions and actually listens. Confidence isn't about dominating conversations. It's about making the other person feel seen and heard. And ironically, that makes you more interesting to them. Embrace silence. Most people are uncomfortable with silence, so they rush to fill it with nervous chatter. But when you can sit in silence without feeling awkward, it shows you're secure in yourself when you speak. Make your words count, and if you have nothing valuable to say, just be comfortable with silence. Example, imagine two men on a date. One talks non-stop about himself, barely giving her a chance to speak. The other listens, asks thoughtful questions, and speaks only when necessary. Who seems more confident? The answer is obvious. Women notice the guy who listens more than he speaks because he's the one who truly owns the room. 5. Take the 30-day confidence challenge. Watching videos on confidence is great, but real confidence is built through action. If you don't apply what you've learned, you won't see results. That's why I challenge you to commit to 30 days of real confidence, building habits, because when you take action, that's when things start to change. Here's how you do it. Daily confidence exercises every day. Push yourself just a little further. Outside your comfort zone, make eye contact with 5 strangers. Start one conversation with a new person, or stand taller when you walk into a room. Small. Actions add up social skills. Training the way you interact with people determines how they perceive you. Learn how to command attention effortlessly, not through arrogance, but through calm, controlled presence. Mindset rewiring. Confidence is mostly mental if you find yourself hesitating before speaking, avoiding confrontation or doubting yourself. It's time to reprogram those thought patterns. Start by replacing self-doubt with self-certainty. Join a community. Confidence grows faster when you surround yourself with high-value men. Join a group of people who are also working on leveling up. It'll keep you accountable and motivated. Example, want to see real changes? Start small. Try going 24 hours without checking your phone for validation. No checking if she replied, no, unnecessary scrolling. Instead, focus on yourself or make it a goal to hold strong eye contact with 5 strangers daily. You'll be surprised how these small habits rewire your confidence levels over time. And remember, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Stick around, because in just a moment, I'll give you a bonus confidence technique that most men completely overlook. But once you master it, it changes everything. If you've watched this, type confidence activated in the comments. That way, we know who's serious about leveling up. Bonus point, the power of walking away. Most men don't realize this, but the ability to walk away is one of the most powerful confidence techniques you can develop. Think about it. Nothing demands respect more than a man who doesn't cling, doesn't beg, and doesn't tolerate nonsense. The moment a woman senses that you are willing to walk away, if she disrespects you or plays games, her entire perception of you changes. Never settle for disrespect. If she constantly cancels plans, gives you mixed signals, or tests your boundaries, don't argue, don't plead, just step back. A high-value man never stays where he isn't valued. Be willing to lose her. The most powerful position you can be in is not needing anyone when you have a solid sense of self-worth. You don't cling to situations that aren't serving you. And ironically, this makes you more desirable. Let her chase you the moment a woman realizes she could lose you. She starts valuing you more. It's human nature. People chase what they think they might not have access to. Forever example, have you ever noticed that women seem most interested when you start pulling away? That's not a coincidence. When a man detaches, remains composed, and focuses on his own value. Women instinctively see him as more attractive. Walking away creates an irresistible power dynamic because it shows you don't fear loss and you refuse to settle. Confidence isn't just about what you do, it's about what you refuse to tolerate. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button. It helps YouTube show this to more people who need it. Subscribe for daily confidence and relationship content. And if you know someone who could use this advice, share this video with them. We've recommended another must-watch video on your screen right now. Click it and we'll see you back tomorrow.